Chosen one, listen closely. What you are feeling right now, the heaviness, the tears, the sleepless nights, is not a mistake. It is not a random trial meant to break you. The pain you have endured has been carefully placed in your life, orchestrated by a hand far greater than you can imagine. God is speaking directly to your spirit today. And the message is urgent. Every moment of struggle you have faced has had a divine purpose. The delays, the heartbreaks, the unanswered prayers, they were never meaningless. They were shaping you, refining you, preparing you for the destiny that only you were created to fulfill. I know you have questioned why life has been so difficult. I know the doubts that have whispered in your ear, telling you that maybe your faith was in vain. But hear this, the very challenges that seemed unbearable were God's tools to mold your character, to sharpen your vision, and to position you for the breakthrough that is coming. You are not ordinary. You are rare. You are chosen. And this season, even though it has been painful, has been protecting you from things you cannot yet see. There is a reason behind every closed door. There is a reason for every tear that fell unnoticed. There is a reason for the moments you felt invisible, unseen, or forgotten. And the astonishing truth is that God is now ready to reveal it. The purpose behind your pain is about to come into full light. What has been hidden will be uncovered. What has been delayed will be accelerated. And what has seemed like suffering will become your testimony, a powerful divine declaration of triumph that will inspire generations. Today, I am not just speaking to your mind, I am speaking to your spirit. I am reminding you that you are standing at the threshold of something miraculous. The universe has aligned, and heaven itself is leaning in to release clarity, peace, and revelation into your life. But to fully receive it, you must recognize that this pain was never a punishment, it was always preparation. And by the time this message ends, you will begin to see the threads connecting every hardship, every trial, and every season of waiting. Hold on to this truth. Your story is sacred. Your journey is intentional. Your pain had purpose, and God is ready to show you why. As you breathe in these words, feel the presence of God surrounding you. This message is not merely insight or inspiration. It is a direct whisper from heaven, intended specifically for the path you are walking. There is a divine authority in the air around you, an energy that cannot be ignored, pressing gently but insistently against your spirit, saying, "Pay attention, for the time of revelation is at hand." God sees every tear you have shed. God knows the moments when you felt invisible, abandoned, or hopeless. And yet in every instance, His hand has been guiding, orchestrating, and shielding you in ways that only now can begin to be understood. What may have felt like confusion or delay was never random. Every season was carefully designed, every struggle was deliberate, and every moment of waiting was essential. You were never alone. Even when the world seemed silent, heaven was actively moving behind the scenes on your behalf. This revelation is coming not as a suggestion, but as a decree from God Himself. It carries weight, authority, and power. The message you are about to receive is destined not by chance, but by divine design. What you have endured, every moment of heartache, every tear that fell into the night, has been recorded, remembered, and valued. Nothing has been wasted, and nothing has gone unnoticed. In fact, these moments of struggle are now the very foundation upon which your breakthrough will be built. Listen carefully, because heaven is speaking through me. The reason for your trials, the reason for your pain, has always been far greater than personal endurance or earthly understanding. There is a purpose so precise, so perfect, that only God could have conceived it. It is a purpose that will not just redeem the past, but will elevate your future in ways that will leave others in awe. You are being prepared to step into something that transcends natural understanding, something that carries both authority and revelation. In this moment, as you receive these words, I want you to sense the alignment of heaven with your spirit. Feel the orchestration of divine timing moving toward you. The clarity that is about to be revealed is not just information, it is confirmation. It is God saying, everything you have endured was for this moment. Everything you have prayed for, everything you have hoped for, is connected. It was never wasted. It was always working to position you here now, at the threshold of revelation. Your heart may still feel heavy. Your mind may still question. But your spirit knows the truth. You are being called forward, guided and supported by a power that cannot fail. And as this message continues, the purpose behind the pain will unfold before your eyes. Now feel the shift in the atmosphere around you. There is a stirring subtle at first, like the wind brushing against the leaves before a storm. But this is not a storm of destruction. It is a storm of preparation, of movement, of transformation. God is about to rearrange the pieces of your life in ways that will astonish you. The pain, the waiting, the doors that closed before everything has been moving quietly toward a divine purpose, and that purpose is now approaching. Imagine a light breaking through a long, dark tunnel, a beam so powerful that it illuminates every shadow you thought would never leave. That light is your destiny, your calling, the fulfillment of promises whispered over your life long before you could comprehend them. God is revealing the reason for every setback, every tear, every sleepless night. What once felt like loss is now understood as divine redirection. The path that seemed blocked was never closed. It was being guarded until the right moment, until your heart, mind, and spirit were ready to receive the fullness of what was intended for you. I see doors opening that you didn't even know existed, doors that lead to places of purpose and influence. I see breakthroughs arriving so suddenly that they will catch your heart off guard like the first warm rays of sunlight after a long winter. I see opportunities that align perfectly with the gifts and talents you've been cultivating in silence. God is moving in ways that cannot be hindered. He is clearing obstacles, removing hidden enemies, and orchestrating circumstances that will compel favor, provision, and divine connections to flow directly into your life. But this unveiling is more than just external blessings. It is a transformation of the soul. You will look back and see that the pain you endured was not punishment, but refinement. It was the divine furnace shaping your character, forging resilience and cultivating patience, humility, and wisdom. You were being made ready for influence, prepared to carry light into places of darkness, to speak truth into situations others cannot reach, to fulfill a calling uniquely yours. And here is the most intimate part of this prophecy. It is personal. Not generalized, not distant, not abstract. God is speaking directly to you, saying, I have seen your endurance. I have heard your prayers. I have recorded your tears. And now everything aligns for your breakthrough. The experiences that once caused confusion or despair are now the very foundation upon which your victory will be built. Your past is not a chain holding you down. It is the bridge that leads to your promised future. Listen to the whispers of heaven in your life, the signs, the nudges, the confirmations that have been quietly surrounding you. They are the first indicators of what is coming, the subtle brushstrokes of a divine masterpiece being painted across your existence. This prophecy is a reminder that your pain had purpose, that every moment of hardship was a step toward revelation, that what seemed delayed was actually being protected. And as you embrace this revelation, a new sense of expectancy will rise within you. A hope that does not disappoint, a peace that surpasses understanding, and a confidence in God's timing that cannot be shaken. The prophecy is clear. Your season of confusion is ending. Your moment of clarity and fulfillment is approaching. Prepare your heart. Lift your gaze and trust that every detail of your life has been orchestrated for this very moment of divine unveiling. Take a moment and breathe deeply. Feel the weight of everything you have endured and let your spirit sense the sacred significance beneath it all. Every storm you walked through, every trial that left you trembling, every moment of silence was never accidental. These seasons were God's instruments shaping your soul, testing your faith, and refining your character for the destiny only He could ordain. The universe in its vastness is not random, and neither is the journey that brought you here. Each step was purposeful, each pause intentional, each pain instructive. Think of your life as a tapestry. Each thread, bright, dark, or tangled, was placed with divine precision. Some threads represent moments of joy, others represent struggle. Yet altogether, they create a pattern far greater than the sum of its parts. God has been weaving this tapestry in your life with a patience and wisdom that surpass human understanding. And what you are about to see, the unveiling of purpose, is the point at which the threads align, the colors converge, and the image of your destiny becomes undeniable. Your pain was never to destroy you, it was to prepare you. Just as gold must endure fire to become pure, so your spirit has been tested, refined, and purified through adversity. Every moment of heartbreak was a furnace, every setback a chisel, every lonely night a whisper from heaven, saying, I am shaping you. I am equipping you. Trust the process. The spiritual principle here is simple, yet profound. Suffering is not meaningless when it is guided by divine hands. The challenges you faced were not designed to defeat you. They were designed to elevate you. Consider the seasons of waiting. You may have asked yourself countless times why things didn't happen faster, why prayers seemed delayed, or why doors stayed shut despite your faithful persistence. But divine timing is always perfect. What seems like delay is often divine protection. God was guarding you from paths that were not yet safe, from choices you were not yet ready to make, and from people and circumstances that could have diverted your destiny. Every no you received, every disappointment, every moment of confusion was a guardian steering you toward the place where your blessing could flourish unhindered. There is also a spiritual depth in understanding transformation. Pain and struggle create the soil where faith grows, where humility blooms, and where true resilience takes root. Your spirit has been learning to navigate uncertainty, to trust unseen hands, and to hope against hope. These lessons are not visible in the moment, but they are powerful. They form the foundation of a character that can carry responsibility, vision, and influence, qualities that are essential for the destiny that awaits you. Look around in your life for symbolic doors, walls, and pathways. The closed doors represent protection. The storms represent refinement. The silence represents preparation. And the light, always present, but sometimes dimmed, represents the hope and guidance that never abandons you. Every element of your journey has meaning. Every moment has significance, and every experience has been orchestrated to awaken you to a higher purpose. And here is the deeper truth: your pain, your waiting, your confusion, they were never wasted. They were shaping you into someone capable of receiving not just a blessing, but a revelation. Someone who can walk into fulfillment with grace, strength, and an awareness of God's guiding hand. Someone whose story can inspire others, whose testimony can illuminate paths for those who feel lost or forgotten. You are not just surviving your trials, you are being prepared to thrive through them. And the spiritual awakening within you is the proof. The lessons embedded in your hardship are the tools you will use to build, guide, and transform not only your life, but the lives of others. This is the sacred meaning behind your pain: transformation, revelation, and preparation for a calling so unique, so profound, and so divinely orchestrated that it could only belong to you. Your journey has depth, purpose, and intention. Every tear, every longing, every unanswered question has led to this moment of spiritual awakening, and the revelation of your destiny is imminent. The tapestry is almost complete, and the divine image it creates will soon shine in all its glory. As you walk through your days, pay attention to the subtle ways God is confirming His presence and guidance. These signs are often quiet, almost imperceptible, yet they are undeniable once you notice them. They are the fingerprints of heaven, marking the path He has prepared for you, and the signals that your pain was never wasted. One sign may appear as a sudden clarity in your mind, an insight or understanding that seems to come from nowhere. A solution to a long-standing problem, a renewed perspective on a past struggle, or a deep inner knowing that a choice you feared is actually part of God's plan. These moments are whispers of confirmation, telling you that the divine tapestry of your life is aligning perfectly. Another sign is timing itself. You may notice doors opening just as they were meant to, or opportunities arriving precisely when you are ready to receive them. Perhaps you meet someone who brings encouragement, guidance, or resources at a critical moment. These encounters are not random. They are orchestrated by a higher hand to affirm that your journey, even the painful parts, was leading to this moment. A third sign comes through peace amidst uncertainty. Even when storms rage around you, a calm presence within your spirit signals that you are aligned with God's purpose. This peace is a reassurance that you are not walking alone, and that the trials you have endured are not a punishment, but preparation. Fourth, look for repeated patterns, symbols or messages that seem to follow you. Numbers, songs, words, or images may recur in ways that catch your attention. These are divine breadcrumbs guiding you and reminding you that the path you are on has significance. Heaven often communicates in ways that speak directly to your spirit rather than your mind, so trust the nudges you feel. Fifth, notice the stirring in your heart, the excitement, the anticipation, the hope that rises even when circumstances suggest otherwise. That feeling is confirmation of divine alignment. It is your spirit responding to the reality that God is moving in your life, preparing a breakthrough and revealing the purpose behind every moment of waiting. Finally, recognize the shifts in your relationships, your environment, and your opportunities. Sometimes God clears out what is no longer meant for you people situations, or habits, making space for the blessings He has planned. These changes can feel uncomfortable at first, but they are essential signs that transformation is underway. Take these signs seriously. They are not coincidences. They are confirmations that your pain had purpose, that your journey has been guided, and that your breakthrough is not just possible, it is inevitable. As you notice them, allow your faith to grow, your hope to rise, and your confidence in God's perfect timing to solidify. Even as the signs of your breakthrough begin to appear, know this: the journey is not without hidden challenges. These are the unseen struggles that often feel like resistance, delay, or discouragement. They are not punishments, nor are they a sign that you have failed. Rather, they are tests divinely placed to strengthen your faith, refine your spirit, and prepare you for the fullness of what God has planned. You may encounter moments where doubt threatens to creep in, where the waiting feels endless, and where the weight of uncertainty presses heavily upon your heart. These moments are not random. They are deliberate opportunities for you to demonstrate trust and resilience. Every trial is designed to teach endurance, patience, and reliance on God's guidance. They are not meant to stop you, they are meant to fortify you. Hidden challenges can appear as distractions, sudden conflicts, or even opposition from people or circumstances that seem determined to block your progress. Yet in the midst of these trials, remember that God is working behind the scenes. Every obstacle is being used to redirect your steps, protect your path, or refine your character. What may feel like frustration is often a layer of protection, ensuring that your blessings arrive fully intact and in alignment with your destiny. Sometimes these challenges come as internal struggles. The fear, anxiety, or self-doubt that whispers, What if you are not enough? These are moments when your faith must rise above feelings. They are tests of your trust in the unseen hand of God guiding your life. And as you persevere, you will find strength you never knew you had, courage you never thought possible, and clarity that only comes from walking through the fire with faith intact. Another hidden challenge is patience. The human spirit naturally wants immediate resolution, instant answers, and visible progress. But divine timing rarely moves according to human schedules. You may need to endure longer than expected, remain steadfast when it feels easier to quit, and continue believing even when results seem delayed. Patience is not passive, it is active faith. A demonstration that you trust God's orchestration above your own understanding. Remember, these challenges are temporary. They are not meant to define you, and they are not meant to last forever. Each one carries a lesson, a hidden blessing, and a purpose in your spiritual preparation. Lean into them with faith, knowing that on the other side lies clarity, victory, and the unveiling of God's perfect plan for your life. Your pain, your endurance, and your unwavering faith are the very elements that will allow you to step into your breakthrough with readiness, confidence, and divine alignment. The hidden challenges are simply the refining fires before the release of your promised fulfillment. Now is the time to take deliberate steps in alignment with the divine purpose unfolding in your life. God is calling you to prepare not passively, but with intentional action and spiritual focus. The instructions I share with you are sacred, not burdensome. They are designed to empower you, to position you, and to ensure that when your breakthrough arrives, you are ready to receive it fully. First, guard your heart and mind. Protect your thoughts from negativity, fear, and doubt. The enemy often attempts to distract, discourage, or deceive during moments of preparation. By focusing on God's truth, meditating on His promises, and declaring faith-filled affirmations, you strengthen your spiritual foundation. Speak life over your circumstances, over your dreams, and over your journey. Remind yourself daily that every setback has purpose, and that every closed door has divine reasoning behind it. Second, deepen your relationship with God through prayer and reflection. Seek clarity not just in words, but in stillness. Listen carefully to the whispers of your spirit, the gentle nudges that confirm the next steps. Journaling your insights, prayers, and revelations can illuminate patterns and guidance that might otherwise go unnoticed. Remember, communication with God is not only about asking. It is about receiving, discerning, and aligning with His will. Third, act with faith. Preparation is not passive waiting. It is active engagement. When God opens opportunities, even small ones, step boldly. Take the actions that align with your calling, trusting that each step is guided. Even when the path seems uncertain, your faith-driven actions will unlock doors and bring clarity to the journey. Do not shrink back because of fear or hesitation. The same hand that has protected you through trials now equips you to move confidently toward fulfillment. Fourth, embrace patience and perseverance. Spiritual growth is cultivated over time, and breakthrough often arrives gradually, piece by piece. Continue to sow seeds of effort, diligence, and generosity. Even in seasons when results are unseen, know that God is orchestrating every detail. Your patience is not wasted. It is a visible demonstration of trust in His perfect timing. Celebrate small victories along the way, for they are signs that progress is underway. Fifth, cultivate discernment and wisdom. Surround yourself with people who uplift, guide, and encourage your spiritual journey. Distance yourself from influences that pull you away from divine alignment. God is directing your steps, but He also uses others to provide counsel, insight, and accountability. Seek wisdom with humility, and let your choices reflect clarity, integrity, and alignment with God's will. Finally, surrender fully to God's plan. Let go of the desire to control outcomes, timelines, or methods. Release your worries, your what-ifs, and the temptation to compare your journey to others. True preparation comes from trusting completely in the One who orchestrates all things. By surrendering, you open space for divine intervention, clarity, and blessings that exceed human imagination. These steps are not optional. They are essential. They are the sacred disciplines that transform waiting into readiness, struggle into strength, and preparation into fulfillment. Walk them faithfully. Act with intention. Pray with conviction. Protect your spirit. And trust that the same God who has carried you through pain, trials, and hidden seasons is now equipping you to step boldly into the destiny that has been waiting for you. Remember, preparation is not separate from blessing. It is the vessel through which blessings flow. Every action rooted in faith positions you for the divine revelation, transformation, and breakthrough that are coming. Follow these instructions with obedience, courage, and trust, and you will find that the path ahead is illuminated, the obstacles minimized, and the fulfillment of God's promises unmistakable. As you move forward on this divinely guided path, know this: you are not walking alone. God's protection surrounds you like a shield of light unseen by human eyes, but powerful beyond comprehension. Every step you take, every decision you make, every moment of vulnerability is covered by a hand that cannot fail. You are being guarded not just from obvious obstacles, but from hidden dangers that you cannot yet perceive. Imagine a fortress of light encircling you, its walls impenetrable, its gates unbreakable. No harm can pass through this divine barrier. The very forces that once seemed threatening or overwhelming are now rendered powerless before the authority of God's protection. Every fear that once whispered in your ear, every doubt that sought to shake your confidence, is being neutralized by a power far greater than anything you face. You are safe, even when circumstances feel uncertain. God's assurance also comes through provision. He is arranging circumstances, aligning people, and opening doors in ways that reflect His care and foresight. You may not see all the threads at work, but trust that they are moving in perfect harmony with your destiny. The timing, the connections, the opportunities, they are all orchestrated to support, guide, and protect you. Your breakthrough will arrive in a way that is both safe and unstoppable. Feel the comfort of His presence in your spirit. When anxiety rises or fear creeps in, remember that the same God who has protected you through past trials continues to watch over you. He is your refuge, your fortress, and your ever-present help. No challenge, no obstacle, no person can derail the purpose He has set in motion for your life. Even in moments of seeming delay, know that protection often comes in the form of patience. Doors that appear closed, paths that seem blocked, and opportunities that seem absent are not rejections, they are shields. God is keeping you from harm, guiding you toward what is truly best, and ensuring that when you step into your breakthrough, it comes with clarity, safety, and divine favor. So stand confidently, walk boldly, move forward with courage. The unseen forces are under divine control, and your journey is fully safeguarded. You are not only protected, you are empowered, supported, and surrounded by heaven's assurance. Let this truth settle deep into your spirit. Nothing can thwart God's plan for you. You are secure, loved, and divinely shielded as you continue toward the fulfillment of your destiny. Now envision the moment when everything changes. The pain that once weighed heavily on your heart becomes a story of triumph. The waiting transforms into celebration, and the struggles you endured are revealed as stepping stones toward a purpose far greater than you imagined. You are on the brink of a profound transformation, a shift that touches not only your life, but the lives of those around you. Feel the release of burdens you have carried for so long. The anxiety, the fear, the doubts, they dissolve like mist under the rising sun. In their place emerges clarity, confidence, and an unshakable peace that radiates from the very core of your being. You will recognize that the trials were never a punishment, but a preparation, a sacred refining process that has made you strong, wise, and ready for your destiny. This transformation is not merely external, it is deeply internal. Your heart, once heavy with worry, will beat with purpose. Your mind, once clouded by uncertainty, will see with divine clarity. Your spirit, once weighed down by the invisible pressures of life, will soar freely, unburdened and confident in God's perfect orchestration. Every lesson learned, every hardship endured, and every tear shed will coalesce into a profound wisdom and resilience that can only come through divine shaping. Imagine stepping into the fullness of your destiny. Opportunities will unfold in alignment with your gifts, talents, and calling. Doors will open that were previously hidden. Connections will arise at precisely the right moment, and favor will flow in ways that exceed human expectation. What was once out of reach will now feel natural. What was once uncertain will now be illuminated. And the life you once hoped for will manifest with clarity, abundance, and purpose. The emotional impact of this fulfillment will be overwhelming in the most beautiful way. Gratitude will fill your heart, joy will overflow in moments of reflection, and awe will rise as you witness the orchestration of heaven in your life. You will see that the pain was never wasted, the waiting was never meaningless, and the hardships were never in vain. Every challenge, every obstacle, every trial was a deliberate step on the path toward this divine unveiling. Your transformation will also inspire others. Your story, once private and hidden, will now become a beacon of hope. Those who have struggled, doubted, or felt unseen will look to your life as a testament of God's faithfulness. Your journey will show that pain, when surrendered to God, can be repurposed into power, wisdom, and victory. Step into this fulfillment with readiness and confidence. The person you are becoming is equipped to receive not just blessings, but revelation. Not just opportunities, but purpose. Not just triumph, but testimony. The breakthrough is near, and it will touch every aspect of your life, emotionally, spiritually, and materially. Trust that this transformation has been prepared in detail by a loving God who has never left your side, who has directed your steps, and who has ensured that your pain had purpose. As you stand at the threshold of your breakthrough, let these truths settle deep into your spirit. Speak them aloud, repeat them often, and allow them to align your heart with God's purpose. Affirmation 1. I am chosen, protected, and divinely guided in every step I take. Affirmation 2. Every trial I endured has prepared me for my extraordinary destiny. Affirmation 3. I trust God's timing, His plan, and His perfect orchestration in my life. Affirmation 4. I am ready to receive the blessings, revelation, and fulfillment that are mine by divine design. Say these words with conviction. Let them rise from your heart and resonate in your soul. Feel the power of God's truth flooding every corner of your being. Let the weight of fear, doubt, and uncertainty dissolve as you anchor yourself in His promises. Now receive this blessing. May God's light shine upon your path, illuminating every step with clarity and purpose. May His peace guard your heart, steady your mind, and embolden your spirit. May His favor open doors that have long been closed, align circumstances in your favor, and bring divine connections that propel you toward your destiny. And may His love remind you in every moment that you are never alone. Know that your journey, the pain, the waiting, the challenges, was never in vain. It was a sacred preparation designed to bring you to this moment of transformation and revelation. Your story is powerful. Your testimony is unique. Your destiny is unstoppable. As you move forward, carry these affirmations and this blessing with you. Speak them into your life daily. Let them shape your thoughts, your actions, and your expectations. You are stepping into a new season, a season of clarity, fulfillment, and divine purpose. The heavens celebrate your faithfulness, and the universe itself is aligning to honor the path God has set before you. Hold fast to these truths. Walk boldly, trust fully, and receive with gratitude and faith the revelation, protection, and transformation that are your divine inheritance. Your pain had purpose, your waiting had meaning, and your breakthrough has arrived.